Hello and welcome to LFC Focus. Some big news updates coming at you today and some very good news updates as well coming at you. So fasten your seatbelts everyone, because today is going to be probably one of the happiest news shows that has come out on this channel so far this summer transfer window. Starting off with the news that was actually put out by the club today. Andy Robertson has finalised and completed his move to Liverpool, and it's not the most exciting one in the world, but I'm happy to see the deal get over the line. And I think, like a lot of Liverpool fans, while I'm not necessarily excited, I'm interested to see how Andy Robertson gets on and to see what his role at the club is this season as well. So I didn't really want to do a big announcement video for it today, simply because we kind of knew that the deal was going to be over the line. We knew about his medical yesterday and everything, and we knew the fee was being agreed earlier on in the week. So it's nothing major. It's not really major news, but there will be a video coming out on the channel in the very near future about Andy Robertson and more about how I think he's going to get on at Liverpool and my own personal opinions on the signing and whether or not I think it's a good move by Liverpool. But on to the very exciting news. No disrespect to Andy Robertson, it concerns our good friend Virgil van Dijk. And you'll be pleased to know, given previous videos on this channel about Virgil van Dijk, it's some very, very good news. So what's happened today is that Virgil van Dijk has apparently been training on his own with Southampton. And while sometimes, you know, this happens at clubs, maybe in pre-season to do with fitness, the Southampton boss has actually come out today and given us the reason as to why Virgil van Dijk is training on his own. And it's very good news if you're a Liverpool fan. I'm going to get the quotes up from him now. Give us a sec. Maurizio Pellegrino, I believe is his name, the Southampton manager, said, "When I was talking with him, the boy said that he is not available to play because he wants to leave." How exciting is that? Not only does Van Dijk want to leave Southampton, we kind of knew this already. He is now making his feelings very public and very known, and to the point when Southampton are actually having to take serious measures to deal with it now. I'm not saying that this is the be-all and end-all in the transfer saga. I'm not saying that we're going to see him doing the Melwood Lean tomorrow or anything like that. I think there's still a long way to go, simply because just because a player's training on their own and has publicly said they want to leave the club does not actually mean they're going to leave the club. Because who knows, we know that Van Dijk does want to come to Liverpool because of Jurgen Klopp. He could have his head turned if Southampton throw a massive contract offer on the table or something like that. But as it stands, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be leaving the club. And like I said, there's still a long way to go in this transfer saga. But for now, very exciting news. The only thing that concerns me is that Pellegrino's been so public about it, because I wonder whether maybe there's some sort of underhand tactics going on here. I mean, this transfer window, we've become used to clubs trying to play sneaky games in the transfer market, especially when dealing with Naby, with RB Leipzig over the transfer for Naby Keita. We know that clubs like to do some sneaky little tricks, whether it's to get more money or simply to just keep hold of their key players. So who really knows why Southampton have put this out, but for now, very exciting news indeed. So in other news, another player who Liverpool are very, very interested in and all of us fans desperately want us to sign, Naby Keita, has also been training on his own at RB Leipzig. Now, this one is slightly less clear-cut because obviously we haven't had the RB Leipzig manager coming out and publicly saying the player wants to leave. In the past, Ralph Hasenhüttl, who is the head coach of RB Leipzig, has actually said that Keita is apparently comfortable at the club and saying that he's actually looking forward to the new season at RB Leipzig apparently. But he was pictured today and video today training on his own. But again, it's not quite clear-cut because there are multiple reasons that a player could train on their own. It could simply be to do with fitness, because I'm not sure if Naby Keita, I think he might have joined their pre-season a bit late. So it could simply be that he's doing a little bit of extra running after everyone's gone home to get him up to speed. But again, very exciting news. In other Keita news, we've also got that apparently Liverpool are making their third bid, or at least plotting their third bid. Apparently it's going to be 80 million euros, which is about 71 million pounds. So that would actually be meeting the valuation that RB Leipzig put out earlier on in the window. I personally am quite pleased with this amount that we're bidding, because the fact that we've only gone up by a little bit shows that we're actually being quite careful, because I think it sends out the right message to RB Leipzig that, look, just because they're playing hardball over this transfer and we desperately want Keita, we're not going to start bidding silly amounts of money, and we're not just going to start adding on £10 million to every single bid every time they reject it. We are going to be careful and we are going to be sensible, and that could wake RB Leipzig up a little bit and realise that maybe Liverpool aren't as desperate for Naby Keita as maybe they first thought. I mean, To be honest, I think we are. I think we're very, very desperate to sign Naby Keita, but at the moment, the club are holding their nerve pretty well when it comes to the bids that they're making. So again, the Naby Keita one is one that could progress very soon, and it hopefully will. So all in all, a very exciting day. If you're a Liverpool fan, we've had a new player announced. Van Dijk's been training on his own and Keita's been training on his own, two of our top targets. So things could start to get very, very exciting very, very quickly in this summer transfer window. For me, I think it means that Liverpool do need to start getting their business done a little bit quicker, especially with the Virgil van Dijk deal, simply because now that we've got this slight opportunity seems to be opening up to actually sign the player, we need to get the deal done now, because if it is going to fall by the wayside and it is going to turn out that we're not able to sign Virgil van Dijk this summer transfer window despite what's happened today, then we're going to need to leave ourselves some time to sign a backup centre-back, because while with the Naby Keita thing, I've said in the past that I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing in the world if we don't sign him. You know, I'd love to see him at Liverpool, but we can go without another centre midfielder, especially for just this one season at least. But Liverpool desperately need a new centre-back. We knew that last season. It was the priority going into the summer transfer window. And if we don't sign a new centre-back, whether it's Van Dijk or whether it's someone else, then I think you can probably look on this window, maybe not as a failure, but definitely as a missed opportunity in that regard. So Liverpool need to start getting these deals moving and getting them over the line, hopefully as soon as possible, because an opportunity has opened up here and we need to seize it with both hands. So that's all for today's video. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, do give it a like. If you're new around here as well, why not hit subscribe and check out some of the other videos that have been out on the channel in the past few days. Apart from that, don't forget to follow at LFC Focus TV on Twitter for all the other transfer updates as well. And I'll see you in a bit. Bye for now.